Hey guys, Wolfman here on the Wolfman Gaming Channel. How are you doing today? Today I have a very special guest. It is my wife and also a gamer. Would you like to say hi to the peoples?
Hi.
And as you know, as part of the Wolf Pack, we all have a interest in gaming. And as for, I guess, my first fan, as you would call it, we're going to have her answer some questions. Just to kind of get a girl's viewpoint on gaming in general and just see what it's like. Well, the first thing I guess I would like to ask is why gaming? What about it just become an essence of your life?
I was kind of forced into it at first because my brother and my dad played video games a lot, and
That's right. Blame the sibling and parent.
they play a lot. Well, my mom kind of played a good bit. It wasn't a lot, but she played a good bit, and it was just kind of one of those things as a family we did, and it just kind of stuck. I don't know, but now that I've gotten a little bit older and everything, it's definitely a way to relax and forget about the harsh reality of the real world.
Real well.
Definitely so. It's a great stress reliever, in my opinion. It may not be for some females or males, but
Well, shit, it's the fine.
but it's definitely a way to escape your real life problems just for a few hours or days, whatever.
I prefer days.
I prefer days too, but I have a job, so I can't do that.
Oh, it sucks for you.
When I escaped from the
Just
Bastille,
I can't do that, but I definitely enjoy playing video games. It's just awesome. I guess that's a great word for video games in my opinion. Just awesome.
I have to agree. Well, alright, speaking of that, what is your favorite game? And that can either be like series or a single game in a franchise.
Can I say both?
Yeah, we got the time.
My favorite series, it has to be between two. I can't pick. Legend of Zelda, which is a classic series, and the Fable series. Not a lot of people actually know about the Fable series, and I didn't know that. A lot of them don't really know about it at all. So, because whenever I would...
Is that Zelda? No.
No.
That's Link.
But whenever I would say that would be one of my favorite games, like talking to like other girls that play it, they would be like, "What's that?" It's like, okay, never mind. Just never mind. Okay.
Silly people.
My favorite absolute game, which I've played probably over 50 times at least, it has to be Dragon Age 2, most definitely. I didn't like the first one. I liked the second one.
What's up with Dragon Age 2 then? What makes it unique?
I love the story. It's really kind of messed up in a way. Like, if you play Dragon Age 2, you know exactly what part I'm talking about. It's messed up when it gets, like, towards, it's like the middle part. It really gets kind of messed up. But it's a great storyline of how you came to Kirkwall and all that kind of stuff. I love the customization of the character. You're not like just one set character. You can change hair color, you can design your makeup.
Typical girl
Yeah.
fashion.
But I usually don't put makeup on mine. I'm usually a warrior, so... But
Can't let the mascara run.
but definitely, and then just the way you can play, because you can play as the other characters, and you can have them do something while you're trying to do something else. That way you get done with the mission just as fast. But it's a great game. I recommend it to anybody. Really, it's a great game, most definitely.
Most definitely.
Most definitely, probably, and that's why it's my favorite. It's just an amazing game.
All right. Well, how do you see? How will gaming be in the future? What do you see the future of gaming, and not only it itself, but with the way we live?
I hope we kind of steer away from like shooting games. I really hope we kind of steer away from that and like the war games. Like I like war games. It's not bad. It's just that's all people are coming out with. Like they're not doing anything else. They're just strictly and you're playing a war game right now, basically.
Well, it's half
different.
and half. It's more
Like
history
this
based.
is okay. Like I'm okay with this. But it's like the ones where you're right in the middle of a battlefield and all you're doing is shooting. I cannot stand shooting games. I am awful at Halo. Anybody who's played with me can, preach to that. I am awful at Halo. I just...
Don't make me pull the Halo Bible out and preach it.
I'm not very good at it. I don't know what it is. Any kind of shooting game, I'm just not very good at it. And I'm sure there's going to be just comments saying, well, she's a girl. She's a girl, so.
I mean, I'm good at it, but they've really drug it in the dirt. It's not as exciting. It's the same thing over and over again.
Well, and that's just like they make a big deal about the Call of Duty series, and I'm like, I just don't see the big deal in any of those series. I'm not trying to call out Call of Duty. I'm just talking about in general. I just don't see what the big deal is about these war battlefield games. Like I don't get it.
They're good for the short term.
Yeah, I like the games that last like 2 or 3 weeks. Those are the best ones because you definitely get your money's worth because now they're like $60. I'm so glad when we got Unity for you, it was already paid for.
It's $60 plus on top that you got to buy the downloaded content with it.
Yeah.
And you're going to spend an extra $40 just to have the full experience, whereas used to you buy the game and you had the whole game instead of added. And plus, you had less glitches and problems, whereas now they're throwing them out and you get half a product and have to wait for them to finish.
They're like making them in like 6 months, and it's just like, and then they have all these kind of problems and all that, and so this person has spent $60 on a game, and it just. And it's awful, and it doesn't like work half the time. It's buggy and just I could go all day about that kind of question. Just
it's definitely a headache. You spend all your money on it, and you don't get nothing to show for it.
Yeah, it's like no, I don't think so. No.
So I know they kind of push Unity out, which, as you see, we're playing now. I haven't run into problems, but I've seen people have problems, but they have held it back and we're trying to work on them.
Yeah. But I didn't mind spending the $60 for this because you love this series, so.
Yeah, if that question were to refer to me, I'd have to say Assassin's Creed series definitely would be one of my favorites.
You've always loved Assassin's Creed. We have an Assassin's Creed map in our hallway.
I gotta know how to get around Florida and the Caribbean.
I guess so.
Gotta hide my booty. I ain't gonna show you where it's at neither. Well, anything in general you wanna speak of? Any games in the future that's coming out? We got a little bit of time left. Just your viewpoint on it. There's a new Dragon Age coming out, and since you like the second one,
I'm hesitant.
Why is that?
Because I saw a trailer for it. It was about a 5-minute trailer. Wasn't very long.
It wasn't too bad.
It explained like some of the gameplay. I like it, but I'm kind of hesitant because I feel, in just that, and I don't know because, I haven't gotten the game yet and haven't played it, but I'm worried they're gonna just totally go away from the storyline because I saw, and if you've played Dragon Age 2, you know who I'm talking about. Varrick looks awful. He's not a dwarf anymore, or at least he didn't look like it. I think he's an actual human, and that's just no.
So, no, he's the dwarf. Once a dwarf, always.
I don't know. It's just the way it looked. I could be totally wrong. He could be a dwarf. I don't know. It's just the way he looked on the actual gameplay. He did not look like he was a dwarf. So I don't know. I hope.
It was probably a kitty.
I don't know, but I don't know. I'm kind of hesitant on how it's gonna be, but I hope my feelings are wrong. I hope it's an awesome game and that I love it just as much as I do Dragon Age 2.
Well, let's hope so.
Yeah, I really hope so. I really don't play games as much as I used to. Ever since I went full time, I just don't really play them as much. I wish I could get back into it, but by the time I get home, I'm so tired.
I always wish I could play more in it, but between school and the world,
The world.
it's like I'm not even allowed to play much anymore.
Yeah.
So it's getting older.
Yeah.
It's like they tell you can't play, but it's like, you know what? I don't care. I'm not gonna listen to you.
Well, I mean, we're not that old.
Well, no, but when you think of someone our age, it's like, you still play video games? You're like totally weird, man. You should have a job or something.
I'm surprised you didn't ask like how long I've been playing video games.
Well, how long have you been playing?
Probably,
2?
probably since I was about 5, and I'm 22. So you do the math. I'm not very good at math. You do the math. What is that?
17 years?
I was about to say, I was going to say 17, but I didn't want anybody to say, that is not the right answer.
I'm in a science field. You know better than to ask.
Yeah. So yeah.
And not the chemistry side either.
17 years. And I say 5, I wasn't like professionally playing, but I actually tried to play.
I would hope not. If you were, I'd get some money off of you.
I tried. I tried really hard.
And you failed.
Yeah, I didn't really start playing actually fairly decent until I was about 10. Because I had my own Xbox in my room. I actually have my own game systems. We got 2.
Oh, well, look at somebody being fancy.
Yeah, and my Xbox has a name.
You have a name for your Xbox.
Yeah, Georgiana.
Where does that come from?
I don't know. I just kind of made it up. I'm sure that's actually somebody's name, but I don't know. Just kind of.
Good job for stealing someone's name.
Sorry.
Well, alright, we coming to an end. We're gonna stop here inside of a palace, and thanks for coming on today and enlightening us with your informational word on how the girl works.
Thank you for having me. It was fun answering your questions. I didn't know any of them. I was kind of scared.
Me neither. I just came up with it.
Oh, okay. Alrighty then.
Well, alright. Thank you guys. Like, subscribe, become a part of the Wolfpack, and we will see you next time.
Bye.